Hi, my name is Mark Adams, and welcome to the Private Label Report. This is a podcast where I invite you into my office and we talk about all things Amazon private label selling. Pull up a chair. Let's get started. Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Private Label Report. Whether you're listening on iTunes or watching on YouTube, I want to tell you I appreciate you being here. Today I want to take a little bit of a twist and do something a little bit different. I want to tell you about a story that happened to me very recently, and I'm going to come back and tie it in and relate it to Amazon in a second. But hopefully once you go through the story, it'll make sense to you and help you be able to make a change and be able to ultimately improve your business. Recently, my dishwasher broke. Okay, life goes on, a dishwasher breaks. Well, okay, so we went, and my wife and I, we got another dishwasher, brought it in, and at the store they said, do you want us to install it? And nah, if you've ever put in a dishwasher, it's like twisting three wires together. There's a water hose going in, a drain going out, and you plug it in. I mean, blind, brain dead monkey on crack to put in a dishwasher. It's not hard to do. I've taken engines apart together. I'm thinking, yeah, I got this, and I'm kind of a big DIY guy, so I got this. Anyway, so they bring it out and they take the box and everything away, they throw it away. So I go down there to get everything hooked up. And I know for a fact I've got everything hooked up right, all the wires are right. For whatever reason, the dishwasher would not turn on. I'm thinking, okay, well, let me check again. Maybe I didn't plug it in right, something. But I checked, I even got a voltage meter out, and I checked the wires. But for the life of me, it would not turn on. And I sit there and I stared at it, and I actually broke down and read the directions, which was bad enough in itself, but it looked like I had everything set right. I couldn't get it to turn on. Checked the breaker, did everything possible I could think of to get it to work, and it didn't work. Over a day, I couldn't figure it out. Next day, next 2 or 3 days, I couldn't figure it out. My wife saying, what's going on with the dishwasher? Go pay the guy. I'm not going to pay the guy. I can fix this myself. She said, just pay the guy. And it won't be that much. It won't be on. Just pay the guy. No, I'm not going to do it. I guess maybe it's a guy thing. I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't get it to work. And the longer it went on, the more aggravated I got. To make a long story short, I finally broke down after lots of frustration and aggravation. I don't want to call the guy, but I called the guy. The guy shows up at the door. He's smiling, nice guy. His name was Earl. He had like a little patch on his shirt here that says Earl. Now, you can just look at Earl. Earl was probably, I don't know, late 40s, early 50s. And you could tell this was not his first rodeo. When I called and told him, he went through a couple of questions, and I know in his mind he knew what was wrong before he even walked in the door. But Earl was pretty smooth. Earl went in there and he checked some things, and because I wanted to know what I had done wrong, so I'm watching him. I'm in the kitchen with him, and he's checking some things. He checks everything, and then he smiles, and then the plug that goes into the back of the dishwasher, the power cord, he pops it in and snap. So I didn't hear that when I plugged it in. And he says, well, this is a European dishwasher, fancy dishwasher, blah, blah, blah. But he says, it doesn't work like American appliances. You have to push it in, which feels like it's pushed in, and then you have to push it again to where it snaps. And he says, there's no way in the world you would have known that unless you had put in one of these before. Now, Earl's being pretty tactful at this point because he really was saying, you're an idiot. You should have just pushed it in more, and it worked fine. You did everything right. You just didn't push the plug in far enough. But he was tackling what he did, and he smiled and tried to make me not feel bad for being stupid and what he said and how he went about it. So ultimately I paid Earl, I think it was like $100. It was, nothing to have him come out and to get the dishwasher working. But he, went on about his way, thanked, and I'm sitting here thinking, Earl was pretty good at what he did. Earl has helped me out or helped me out in this case, and it was like, I couldn't figure this out on my own. I'm not sure I would have ever figured it out. And I was getting more frustrated. I was getting more upset. And then I started walking back upstairs after it was done, and I sat down at my desk. And if you ever watched the movie The Christmas Story with the father where he starts cussing and fudge when he's down in the basement or when they have the flat tire, those scenes where he just kind of goes off. That's what I felt like because I thought, man, I should have been able to fix this. This was stupid. Why did I have to go through and pay somebody to do this? And then here's where it really relates to Amazon. As I calmed down, I'm sitting here thinking, what I just did was really, really stupid. For a nominal amount of money, I could have saved myself several days of aggravation, several days of my wife getting upset at me, for an extremely nominal amount of money. All I had to do was call the guy. And I'm sitting here thinking, in my business, I don't run my business like that at all. If I run into a roadblock, gosh, almost instantly I will call somebody who is an expert in that particular area, and whatever it is, I'll get them to fix it. I mean, geez, I just even spent $20,000 on somebody to coach me on some particular things not long ago. So it's not the money, it's just the mindset. And I started thinking, why do sometimes we won't call in help when we need it? And ultimately, that's the seminal point that I want to get you to think about in your business today is when you're trying to grow an Amazon business, or any business for that matter, you've got to know the cost of nothing and the value of everything. Most people know the cost of everything and the value of nothing. So, it's kind of the opposite way around here. So when you're doing things, when you get stuck, and inevitably you will, as you progress through business, and I've been doing this a long time in a lot of different businesses, there are always people you can call in to help you when you get stuck. And I do a lot of coaching calls and things now, and inevitably the people who call or make the appointments and get coaching, those are people who typically are more successful than almost everybody else because they will call the guy. Now, I got my name, of course, my little badge in Earl when I help them. But however, what I want to try and plant a seed in your mind is that if you have an issue in your business, don't waste 3 or 4 days trying to fix the dishwasher yourself. Call somebody so you can move on. I think we all underestimate the value of our time. I think we all underestimate the value of being able to move on and get into the next steps. It's very, very hard to do things completely by yourself. I've met very, very few people who can be jack of all trades and master of everything. That's just very hard to be able to do. So in relating the story, I just really want you to walk away today thinking, okay, am I not calling the guy? Should I call a guy? Do I want to be able to grow and scale my business? What's keeping me from going? Is it a mindset? Is it a technical issue? Whatever it is, that's not the point, but that there's something holding you back, that somebody out there can help you get over that obstacle and grow your business, whether you just need to talk it out and hear the words, whether you need some technical help on how to do a particular process or procedure, it doesn't matter. Everybody at every level sometimes waits too long before they call in the cavalry, in this case, coaching. So anyway, I just want to plant that seed again that think of how you run your business, the mindset, the decisions, the judgment you make on a day-to-day basis. Those are the things that truly move your business forward. What I was stupid enough to do in my personal life, I never do in my business life, and I just hope you'll do the same thing as well. If you do want coaching, I actually have a couple of different things that may be worthwhile for you. One, I do some one-on-one coaching for a very nominal amount because I just enjoy helping people throughout the process. We can talk about anything from reviewing your items, your market competition, you look at your listings, anything like that you want. Just take a look and go to markscottadams.com/coaching. If you're interested in something a little bit more of a group type scenario to where you want to be involved with people who are farther down the path and intermediate to advanced sellers, where you want to get involved in some higher level techniques and workshops that we put on, just literally in a small group coaching format, I have a program available for that as well you might be interested in, and that would be under markscottadams.com/academy. So either one of those are designed to help you, quote, call the guy and ultimately allow you to build and grow your business and scale it beyond standing there looking at the dishwasher for 3 days, figuring out why you can't get it to work because all you need to do is to push the plug in a little bit more. But anyway, a little bit different one today. And again, part of as we go through these series, I want to give you some particular knowledge. Sometimes I want to give you some mindset things, but whatever it is, I hope that it has helped you today. So I appreciate you being here again, whether you're on iTunes, whether you're on YouTube or the blog itself. Thanks for watching, listening, or reading. Talk to you next time.